The cab of the C10 took its first ride to the body shop on March 8th of 2022. There it was placed on a rotisserie and blasted along with the fenders and the doors. The parts were then epoxied to protect the metal from rust. Many holes in the firewall were welded shut. The firewall was smoothed and primed. The doors were straightened, and the door gaps were worked to have consistent 3/16-inch gaps. The dent in the top of the cab and damage to the drip rail was repaired. The back of the cab was straightened. After the first round of bodywork, the cab received a coat of sealer. I took the chassis, hood, and cowl panel to the body shop on May 24th, 2023, and the body was set on the chassis. The radiator support and fenders were mounted. Some interior bodywork was done. A few holes were filled in the dash, as well as the holes remaining from a previously installed gun rack in the back wall of the cab. Damage to the transmission tunnel from a previous transmission conversion was repaired. The gas tank supports were trimmed. The hood received several rounds of bodywork to make it perfectly smooth. The fenders and doors also received several rounds of bodywork. The bed was delivered to the body shop on August 5th of 2023. Initial work on the tailgate followed. Though the bed sides were new, they still needed work to get them perfectly straight. All the spot welds in the tailgate were filled to make it smooth. The bed received a coat of sealer. The cab floor was worked to make it smooth and free from imperfections. The doors were straightened, requiring many hours to make them perfect. The inside of the doors and inner fenders were painted mercury metallic silver. This is the transmission tunnel after it was welded, bodyworked, and primed. The cab firewall and interior was then painted with color. The bottom of the truck received a coat of Raptor liner to protect it from road debris. The next few pictures show the fenders and inner fenders after being sprayed with Raptor liner. Time to work on the front bed panel. The inner fenders were then mounted back to the cab and radiator support. This photo was taken when the kick panel speaker mounts, air conditioner vents, and defroster vents were being painted. The truck returned home for another round of work on March 28th of 2024. The engine was installed, the interior nearly finished, and the EFI system was functioning. This was the first time the truck had been out of the shop under its own power in over 35 years. On May 21st, 2025, the truck was loaded for yet another trip to the body shop. This time for final body work and primer before painting. Holes for the trim were drilled in the fenders, doors, and bedsides. It was at this time that I made the decision to fill the indentations left from the original tailgate chains, so metal was welded in to smooth the tailgate gap. The underside of the hood also received attention. Then it was time for primer. Final block sanding for a mirror-like finish followed. The truck then received several coats of mercury metallic silver with viper red accents. Several rounds of buffing with different grits of compound were made to give the paint a deep shine. New Marquet trim was added to the sides of the truck. I picked up the truck to bring it home for final assembly on August 22nd of 2025. This was a long-awaited day, and I was extremely happy to be getting the truck home for its final touches. I would like to thank Advanced Auto Body for their outstanding work. Jason, Lonnie, Nate, Jose, and anyone else who may have helped on the truck behind the scenes.